Let's go! Cool kids step to the front. Cool kids. Too sweet sign for the click.
Bitch, you don't work there.
Feel like I need a shower just looking
Gotta
at
get
you.
right, can't quit. Yeah, I'm up next on the Prince. They ain't been the same ever since.
What?
Living pretty
We
well
cut
on
the
the
head
cherry.
off.
I ain't
You're gonna be single for the rest of your life.
Brock Lesnar on the beast.
Look at the heat.
Sleep flex and
Look at the
repeat.
heat.
Whole new swag with a pass on the tag. Coming live from the west to the east. Better recognize on the mouthpiece. See the power level got
I get no bitches.
Bringing content on a daily. Feeling like Gresh unleashed.
Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binary pals, and everybody in between. Welcome back to the Gresh Unleashed podcast. Joining me, or you should join you while you guys are joining me. It is your voice. It is the boy and the voice that does the most. I am geeked out of my fucking mind because this is WrestleMania, baby. WrestleMania delivered, and it's only night one. But joining me, as always, the voice that does the most, the purveyor of mischief, is none other than my bro, longtime Imano, my boy. Hi-Lite Real. What's good with your brother?
Hey, what's going on, brother Gresh? Hey, welcome, baby. It is Mania season, and you know what? Y'all favorite duo may have lost the tag team titles, but we still the reigning defending undisputed tag team champions of the podcast world, baby.
Hey man, you already know. It is what an event that we just witnessed. We already got some people in the chat. What's up, Rashad? I see you over on Twitch. What's up with you? You got some dancing gifts. If you already don't know, we have a new home over on Twitch. It is no longer twitch.tv/Gresh Unleashed. It's still there, but we're not going to be using that. It's going to be over on the main Twitch. It is going to be twitch.tv/hey yo is Gresh. And man, we got a lot to talk about. What a hype show. We got the main event. We had the co-main event that a lot of people slept on because they didn't really book the build was abysmal. It was asinine. I didn't understand what they were thinking, but to tell you that Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley showed up and showed the fuck out is an understatement. It is an understatement. Like, people need to understand that's how hyped I am for it. But yo, if you haven't already, make sure we're gonna go like we always do. We're gonna go backwards. We're gonna talk about the main all the way to the opening match because that's how we do these post-show reviews. But if you haven't already tapped in, make sure you hit that subscribe where you can check out everything wherever you listen to your podcast, www.gressunleashed.com. But if you want to follow me as well, make sure you scan that QR code to my left. It is, and you can also scan that one if you want to follow all my social media links. Is basically at Josh Gresham RG everywhere except for Facebook, which is the Gresham brand. But it is a fun time all across the board. Man, but before we do that, how you feel? It's been a minute, bro. It's been a minute.
Yeah, bro, it's been a minute, man.
You're muted. You're muted. I can't hear you.
Hold on. Slight technical difficulty, everybody. Hold on. Let's see.
I think that's it. There we go.
Y'all good? Okay.
We live, baby.
There we go. Okay. Man, yeah, bro, it's been a minute. We've been good, man. We've been working like yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to support everybody. Got some new freestyles, new content, music we coming for y'all. But of course, definitely rebranded Life to Box a little bit for y'all, man. Trying to follow like my boy Gresh and always try to find a way to reinvent the show. You know what I'm saying? So
we live. I can barely hear you. So we're gonna pivot a little bit. How about you dip out and restart your app and then come back in?
Let's do it, bro.
We live. It's all good, ladies and gentlemen. It's a technical difficulty, so we're gonna bring him right back in. He's a little glitchy, so we're gonna let him restart and let him come back in. Let's see. Let's try this again. Mic check. We live. We hype. We still the same old mic check.
Mic check.
You still sound a little robotic a little bit. It's not just you, Rashad. It's like I thought it was just me. It's like it's a little. So that's what I'm saying. Exit the live and then come right back. So you probably have to restart your browser.
Is that sounding better, y'all?
Do it again.
Is that sounding better? Where we at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go.
Sorry, y'all. Working on getting a new mic. This mic's starting to play out a little bit.
There we go, baby. There we go.
But
there we go. Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
man. Good to be back with my brother for sure. It's been a little minute, as you said, man. But we've been doing good, y'all. Working on some new audio content, freestyles, new project on the way for y'all, man. A couple new singles from the drop, but also definitely with Life's a Bosh podcast and OTS Media, working on reinventing the show a little bit, just like my boy Gresh, because you gotta keep reinventing, man. You know what I'm saying?
Brother.
You know
gotta
it.
evolve, man.
You gotta evolve. You feel me? So we trying to elevate, upgrade some equipment for y'all, so we can get y'all a new setup, new look, new sound, all that good stuff. But it's a day by day process. You feel me? So I'm just happy to be here with my boy right now. You feel me?
Oh yeah, most definitely. So we might as well just start talking about the show. Like I said, as we go on, because for those of you who haven't already been following the Gresh Unleashed podcast, we typically do speed round preview and predictions. We did speed round preview and predictions for both nights of WrestleMania as well as Stand and Deliver. If you haven't already, make sure you check out the post-show review that I did earlier for Stand and Deliver. But man, oh man, it was that show. If you haven't already, that show is, I can praise that show willingly, especially that Fatal 5-Way match. And another match that we can willingly praise is this match right here. Your main event. Like I said, we're going backwards. We are going backwards. That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to start with this one right here, the main event. The Usos defending the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships, a 600+ day reign against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. This was the main event. It was a lot of debacle. What should be the main event? What shouldn't be the main event? Even though the Women's Royal Rumble, a lot of people feel the Women's Royal Rumble winner should have main evented, but it's a situation where the story didn't call for it, and I stand by that. As far as, even though they killed it, the women killed that that co-main event, but it's like you can blame the company for this happening, not the talent. The company didn't bother to build to Charlotte, and this one has been going on for over a year, as far as with Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and the Usos, and the whole bloodline debacle. So this was the right main event, and to be honest with you, both main events, even though I forgot the Miz and Pat McAfee match, that was the co-main event, but that was more so a cool down match for me.
Yeah.
So I didn't really take it too, like, I saw some people taking it too serious. I didn't really take it too serious, because I'm like, it's the cool down match. It's supposed to be, it's not supposed to be something that we all, it's like, it literally, what I did during that match, I was watching, but what I did during that match, I literally just stood up and stretched, because I knew this main event was going to keep my focus the entire time.
Agreed.
But before we dive into, because we not, like I said, if you are tuning into the Gresh Unleashed podcast, we don't really do full analytic breakdowns for move, hole for hole. We literally talk about what we enjoy. In your opinion, starting off with you, since you the guest, how did you enjoy this main event, like from an emotional standpoint?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. I was super invested, as of course, because the story has just been so long going. You know what I mean? So, like, of course, with the way this story has just built up for months, you already knew in this moment it was like, okay, we're finally here. And boy, did they deliver. I'm talking about, normally, you know how we get with false finishes in matches.
Johnny Gargano, Adam Cole.
Yeah. AEW, we know they do them all the time, like infamously. So it's like, to see it in this one was kind of like, it actually got me, and I wasn't mad at it, because there were moments where I was like, yo, the Usos really about to win this. And then it was like, nah, KO and Sammy about to win. And then you just was like, whoa, hold up, bro. Like, but I'm pretty sure you're going to point this out, Gresh. What I mostly point out is who took the pinfall and how that pinfall was taken. And who we know sees that, and he will address that, especially if this man retains tomorrow night. Because you best believe, buddy, this story ain't over.
We got a whole nother day. We got literally tomorrow to acknowledge, pun intended, that the bloodline's grip on the WWE for the past 3 years is slipping. Because a lot of people don't understand that this has been a 3-year story. This has been a 3-year situation when it comes to the bloodline and their hold that they have over. They had the whole tag team division on lock for over 600 days.
Yes.
So it's this was poetic for me because like you spent so much time like digesting the story that they was telling, from Roman forcing Jay to fall in line, and then for Jimmy to be manipulated into falling in line when he returned from injury, to them eventually bringing on Solo, to them bringing involving Sami Zayn looking for acceptance. Like that's why I appreciated the promo package that they did before the match. And the reason why I say that is because it not only perfectly recapped their entire story, but it also allowed you to remember why you care so much. Like Sami Zayn, he was manipulated. Like it's like you understood both sides of the spectrum. You understood why Sammy turned on the bloodline, or specifically Roman Reigns, because I'm not finna be manipulated into doing your dirty bidding anymore. And that's why he kept saying during the build, he was like, "So you're not mad at me because I betrayed Roman Reigns," talking about Jey Uso. "You're mad because I pulled the trigger first." It's stuff like that that got you invested, because it's long. This was literally, I can die on the hill that say this was literally the greatest storyline in my time watching wrestling. And keep in mind, a lot of people don't know I've been watching wrestling since 1999. That's how long I've been watching wrestling, on and off, since 1999. I got in trouble for watching it because I was a kid in 1999, but still, because wrestling in 99 was the Attitude Era. So I was getting in trouble for that. And then to see it now, but it's like all the wrestling that I've seen, like I can praise wrestling storylines in AEW. I can still praise Kenny Omega versus Hangman Adam Page to this day. I can still praise CM Punk versus MJF from what we saw to this day. I can still praise all these other companies like Kenny Omega versus Okada, or Kenny Omega. Like I can praise like from the matches and the time that I sat down and enjoyed these matches. But I can tell you the Bloodline storyline is one of my favorite storylines in the past 15 years that I've actually started really caring about wrestling. Like I watched it as a kid, but when I started caring about it, getting bullied in school and all that stuff because you watch wrestling, this was one of my favorite stories that I've ever seen in my life. And the match right here, the false finish, when there are falsies in these matches, I love it when it makes sense. You don't need to have false finishes in every match.
Agreed.
1 or 2 kick out is fine. But when it's emotionally charged and driven type of kick outs, then you have my full undivided attention, investment, no matter what company, because you can keep that tribalism bullshit to yourself because I don't care. But it's literally, that's how I feel. And I can tell you hands down, this main event delivered. It delivered beyond my expectations. And you had moments where you thought, like you said, you thought the Usos was going to retain. That's how invested we were in this match. It wasn't something that we was just sitting waiting for it to be over. I was literally biting on every move, every near fall, every bump. Like I literally posted a picture of me sitting like this because I was a proud father watching this shit unfold. That's how invested I was in this. I don't care how old I am or how young I am. That's how much I cared about this story. And to see it culminate in the main event of night one. I don't care if it's a night 1, night 2 extravaganza. It's a main event. It closed the show. It closed the night. This was worth the main event. This was worth the hype. This was worth the build. This is worth the investment. And then for those who say, oh, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are really a tag team, they clearly haven't watched them in Ring of Honor, and they clearly haven't watched them in PWG, because Steen Erico was a legit tag team. They are multi-time tag team champions all over, and now they are, might as well go ahead and spoil it, they are the new undisputed WWE tag team champions. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Even shout out Michael Cole. Shout out Michael Cole for the El Generico reference. when
Yeah.
he said El Generico will be proud that Sami Zayn is in the main event. And Corey Graves said, well, it's a good thing that he retired. And I'm like, yeah, he did retire.
Yeah.
He did retire, and he became and he evolved kayfabe killer. He evolved into Sami Zayn.
Yeah.
And to tell you the amount of times I stood up, like I'm watching this, it's like sometimes I didn't even bother creating content because sometimes I don't really care to record all my reactions. But the amount of times that I was standing up in this room, almost tripped on my green screen because of over excitement is hilarious. It was hilarious to witness. And I'm pretty sure people in my house was probably like, why is this man screaming so much? This match was crazy. And like it was insane. Like, what was your highlight of this match?
Ooh, honestly, bro, that's a good point. Because truth be told, there were so many given like how this match didn't feel like, you know how some matches feel long, but this one didn't feel long because of how invested we were, like you said. So like for me, I'd have to say it was somewhere between the table spot and the fact of like just going back to some of these false finishes of like how there were certain moments where one member of a tag team was taken completely out and you like for a while forgot about them. You're like, where are they? Right? You're like, are they going to come interrupt this? And you really thought like when the Usos went for their double Uso crazy splash, like in that moment, I'm like, okay, they have nothing else to pull out. So you're thinking, okay, this has to be it. And then for that split second of a kick out, it almost made you think it was 3. And even in Kevin Owens' case, when he hit that stunner, you're thinking, okay, no, that's it. Like that's usually A1, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so for me, it just goes back to each little like false finish moment in the emotion.
I like how they built up them kicking out 1D.
Yes,
because no one kicked out of 1D before. I like how they did. Like they was like no one. And looking back since the Usos adopted it from the Dudley Boys,
no one has. Yeah,
no one has.
You know what? That reminds me of you remember when Corbin, who was that he went against and they
Drew?
kicked out his when he kicked out of his end of days, and it was like a major shock because no one had. It was like the most protected finisher to date, right? And the fact that it was like someone actually kicked out of that was exactly how that moment felt. And crowd just went amazingly nuts. And it was like,
yep, that was last year actually during
it
Night extravaganza. It was literally a year ago where Corbin kicked out or Drew kicked out at the end of the days. Yep.
Bro, that way to go. I'd honestly say the 1D probably topped that moment, honestly, from a crowd reaction standpoint. Just because
and I liked how they shot it. Like you because people know who follow me or know what is on Twitter, Instagram, whatever, know the editor in me loves cinema from a production standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
I love the fact that they got a close-up of Jimmy's reaction because he was the one doing the pin. I love the fact that they got a close-up of Sami who kicked out, like looking defeated and beat up, but still had a will within him to power out. Mm-hmm. And I love the close shots of everything. And that's what I'm saying. If I don't praise you enough to tell you to go watch the Fatal 5-Way match from Stand and Deliver, you have to watch this match, and you have to watch the match we're going to talk about in just a little bit. Mm-hmm. But this match, I love the way that it came down to the ending, where Sami was basically hurt that he had to do it to do who he for the entire time was trying to get the acceptance of in this regard, and I'm talking about Jey Uso, because if you pay attention, Sami wasn't really trying to get the respect of the tribal chief Roman Reigns. He was trying to get the respect and adoration of the tribal chief Jey Uso. Mm-hmm. And when he had to turn on Roman and he saw that he hurt Jey, he was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry." But then when again it comes down to Roman manipulating Jey, he was like, "It's either you back in the bloodline or I'm gonna blame your brother." So basically, he was gonna clip Jimmy Uso, and it was like he had no choice. But the ending where Sami had to hit 3 back-to-back Helluva kicks, So the beauty behind Jay taking the pin, he didn't lose with just one move. He lost with 3.
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy tried to get in to help him, but he got hit with a stunner. And 1, 2, 3, an emotional 1, 2, 3, and Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens ended WrestleMania Night 1 as your undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. And if you've been following me on YouTube with my what if and booking scenarios, I literally predicted them winning these tag team titles. I'm pretty sure anybody with a clear conscience predicted them winning the tag team titles. And it's like the cinema that when we got here was chef's kiss. I loved every freaking second of it, and I couldn't ask for it to end anyway. But what I can ask for is, bro, what the hell was this man on? Lil Uzi Vert.
Bro, come on now. Yo, did you see how this man paused? He kind of reminded me of
that man was a black Maleficent.
Hey, it's this one cartoon, bro. I swear it was like this dude. He was doing way too much, right? And like he kept running back and forth. I swear when he did that, like he just stopped his performance, ran back up to the ramp just to get in front of the Usos. Dude, I was like, bro, if you don't sit on, like, come on, Uzi. What you think you is? You ain't bloodline, my guy. Like,
he threw up that one. Like, yeah.
Oh, short self. I was like, bro, get on somewhere, bro.
No, for real though. When the Usos came, I thought he was gonna start rapping to like he was gonna remix.
For real, low key. I was like,
oh, you about to?
I like, man, we got a Uzi Vert remix. What's up? What can we find that at?
I was like, I didn't know he was performing, so I was like, and then I like the fact that they chose that song because I know a lot of people don't listen to Lil Uzi Vert, but his song, that song, I like, it's catchy. I hated it at first when I heard it, but it is kind of catchy because I heard it on TikTok a lot.
Yeah, no, it fits. That was a fitting song, like smart marketing move on WWE's part.
The entire night, marketing wise.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes, they basically set this up. I forgot who said it on Twitter. I think it was Raj on Twitter or something. Raj Guri on Twitter. He was basically like, the way that they set this whole event up was they're literally making it tempting and appeasing for a potential buyer. So, like, they like, okay, look. You have all these people is in LA, all the celebrities here. We got them placed in perfect spots. We got marketing here. Rey Mysterio versus Don, which we will talk about in a second. It was literally sponsored by Cinnamon Toast Crunch. This main event was sponsored by TurboTax. Make sure you guys pay your taxes. It was like the placing, and it wasn't overbearing. It was perfectly placed. It didn't take away from no match. It didn't take away from no situation, but it was like if you had to peel back and talk about it from a advertiser's point of view, it was picture perfect.
For sure. I totally agree, bro. Especially the Cinnamon Toast Crunch spot. Thank God. All we got was just right there on the halo. Triple H, sir, you the man. You had people all the way nervous about like, oh God, we're finna get another Mountain Dew pitch black style type gimmick match. Like, oh Jesus.
But before we move on from this match, as far as the preview and predictions, we both picked. Oh, scratch that. I won this prediction. I won the predictions overall because I picked for night 1 because I picked Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to win this match. Swella obviously picked the Usos because those are her boys. So I believe the overall predictions ended with a matter of fact. Let me tally that up right now. It ended with a 5-4. With me winning the night 1 predictions between myself and my original co-host. I'll reveal who we picked as we continue to move on. Might as well continue to go the match between the impromptu cool down match. Did you enjoy this? Miz, Snoop Dogg, Pat McAfee, and whomever the guy was that jumped the barricade. A lot of people
George Kittle.
That's who that was? Okay.
Because
I said, who's this man with the I'm like, who's this man with the 2K haircut?
He's basically like, if you think about it, he's like Rob Gronkowski 2.0 in a sense. He's a big wrestling fan. And
see, a lot of people don't understand. I don't watch football like that. I watch basketball. You are lucky I acknowledge basketball. and I somewhat acknowledge baseball to a degree.
That's
And
fair.
I acknowledge football to a degree as well. But football, it's a hit or miss with me. Like, did this person play in the Super Bowl? No. Okay, I don't care. So that's what I'm saying, stuff like that. But that didn't even take away from me. That match. It was a nice little cool down match. It didn't overstay its welcome either. So I can't say that was a bad match. And obviously Pat McAfee won because Michael Cole is like a kid in the candy store whenever Pat McAfee is involved. It is.
Boy, I'm talking about energy goes to 1,000 the moment he see his buddy Pat come on out. He be like, "Oh my God!"
Pat, like he stand up like a proud papa every time. I'm like,
man, for real. I was like, go on, get your man crush. I see you, Cole.
Like I respect it. But that match was a cool down match. But then let's talk about this match for the SmackDown Women's Championship. Man, when I tell you,
boy,
my expectations was low as hell. But that's how I do all my matches on all these shows. When I tell you they knocked it out of the park so freaking whoo. That was a bomb ass match. When Sheamus like to say banger after banger, this was worth every second that I watched. And that's high praise coming from me.
I agree.
They literally, soon as I saw, like, I was paying attention to social media, as soon as I saw that Charlotte was like, we should be the main event, and when Triple H said, nah, you're not gonna be the main event, they literally showed up and said, okay, we in that top that mood. Because you remember Batista versus The Undertaker in 2007?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that was supposed to be the winner of the main event, and they put it over John Cena and Shawn Michaels. Batista literally went on record and was like, we went into that match because we felt like we was the main event, and we gave them a main event. And when I look back, every time I look back at that match, I'm like, if that was the main event, I would have not have batted an eye. If that was a main event over Shawn Michaels versus Shawn Michaels versus John Cena, I would not have batted an eye because that's how good that match was. And it's like, I know a lot of people love to give Charlotte shit, rightfully so sometimes, because let's be real, we're not finna act like all her feuds, like her title reigns are padded as hell. Like let's just be real. Sure. But when a motivated Charlotte shows up to work, you already know shit's about to hit the fan.
Especially on a stage like this. I mean, this, as they said in the A&E special on her, like this is WrestleMania is like the Olympics for her. So, if it's no other night she's gonna show up, Mania season, Charlotte gonna give you that bag for sure.
And they was like, she was in her bag because it's like, I was like, okay, the build hasn't really been up to par. Are they gonna go half-ass on this? Is it gonna suck ass? Is this gonna be bullshit? Like, what are we doing here? When I tell you, woo, woo,
yeah,
Rhea Ripley, and even if it was a few audible spots where Rhea was punching the shit out of Charlotte, and you heard her say, "Oh shit, not that hard," and that was Charlotte. Rhea was pissed off. She was pissed off for Grady. She was like, "Oh, you told me to go hard. We finna go hard." Every punch, every hit. This woman was taking German suplexes from the top rope. It was even a scary German suplex where she landed legitimately on her face.
Yeah, bro.
And she got a carpet burn on her nose.
Boy, for real. I was like, boy, she's gonna feel that in the morning on the knees. Sheesh.
Like I like her whole face went down before her whole body. That's how intense that was. And that's how incredibly insane that was. What was your highlight of this match?
So to be fair, for one, let me just say this thought that I had just now, because this really off top just makes me think of their very first meeting. And this is one reason why I say Drew kind of needs a do-over, because the last time they faced, no audience whatsoever. Pandemic, right?
Screaming.
And if I'm not mistaken, they actually went just as hard in that match too. But again, if you were the type that, like how some of us probably were at that moment, where it was awkward because it was like, yeah, they going in, but there's no fans, and this is kind of weird. Like,
it was literally the same week that everything shut down.
yeah,
Literally.
it just felt, it didn't feel like Mania to a lot of us, man. It was weird. So like in this moment where it actually felt, you felt the energy, you felt the crowd, you felt the vibes, the stage, the lighting, everything. So like to see these ladies do what they did just really made me want to go back and watch that pandemic match to appreciate it more because they got that opportunity to run it back. The only thing I want to say before I get into that real quick is that I really hate the build did not match how this match overall was, because man,
that's the same thing that happened with Sasha and Bianca.
yes,
It's the same thing that happened with, it's another match that I'm thinking. I think the only time that they gave full attention to the build was the Triple Threat Women's match.
yeah,
In 2019. That was the only time. Anytime after that, the build was like, and people know I am a sucker for builds. I can tell you a rest hold and a wrist lock for days, but if the story is, if you put your foot in the story, you, the main event that we just witnessed was literally a prime example. When you put your foot in the story and deliver, and you know that the talent that's involved is going to deliver.
yeah,
These
bro.
two women, Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair, they delivered. Even though they've had rematches ever since that WrestleMania in WrestleMania 37 in 2020. They had the Hell in a Cell and inside the Thunderdome. They had the triple threat at SummerSlam, also involving Nikki Cross. They've had all these matches where they've had encounter, but this version, this motivated version of Rhea Ripley and this motivated version of Charlotte, because she felt like they should have been the main event, but they didn't. That is a motivated Charlotte Flair and a motivated Rhea Ripley is what's best for business. And they were motivated in that match, but like you said, 2020 pandemic hit, everything shut down, everything went to shit. We was literally like, damn, this is really WrestleMania. This is not WrestleMania. So you couldn't really enjoy the match. That's why I'm saying I probably over time I probably will go back to watch a lot of these matches that went down during the pandemic, but it's gonna still take some time because even when you look back at that time, it still was kind of sad
Yeah,
because nothing, like you couldn't do nothing. It brings back the memories of you being forced to stay in the house and being locked down and all this stuff.
man.
And I do not want that again. So so that's what I'm saying. So it's like this match was okay. We should have been the main event. We weren't. So we're gonna make the Usos top that, which they matched it.
They matched it. Yeah,
They matched it. They didn't top it, but they matched it.
They matched it. They did.
It was a slugfest. Like they was literally, when Charlotte was hitting you, Rhea hit harder because Rhea is a brute, literally.
And you know what? Shout out to Charlotte though, because one thing about Charlotte, going back to how you were giving her flowers on certain areas where we try to give her crap. My thing about it was because of the fact that she kept getting back up with no problem. She could have easily again, Charlotte has this game mode, like this like mentality where it's like, if you gonna bring it, I'm gonna bring it, and I don't care how hard you hit me. I don't care how hard I fall, land, whatever. Like that WrestleMania triple threat match with her, Sasha, and Bayley is a perfect example. Like she will go all out and take every bruise and bump. And you would think with a woman as pretty as she is, being a Flair, she could be like, because I don't even think Rick did some things back in his heyday.
Oh, he did some things.
He did some things, but sometimes I say Charlotte might even have him a little topped on how she will take.
I'm about to say, to be fair with Rick too, once he had that injury with his back, he changed his style, so he didn't really do too much.
That's true.
I'm pretty sure, like I'm not finna say I'm finna go back and watch anything pre WCW for Ric Flair because I'm good. But it's like I can tell that from what people hype up to and from like hot promo packages, he used to do some crazy shit back then. And then as he had the injuries and he had to change his style, he kind of flipped it and he didn't do as much.
Yeah.
But yeah, Charlotte, Charlotte without a doubt superseded her father. Like that's without question. I think once she shakes the stigma of always being booked in a championship match, because that's WWE's go to,
Mhm.
then I feel like a lot of people will give her respect. The same way that people eventually gave that her respect, gave John Cena his respect. Because
Yeah.
let's be real, when John Cena was on top, people hated that
Hated
man.
him. Yep.
Hated that man. But then soon as he took a step back, US title run,
Mhm.
SmackDown, the new SmackDown 6, when the SmackDown draft in 2016,
Mhm.
people started giving him his flowers. And now that he's part-time, you see nothing but love for that man.
Yep.
So that's what I'm saying. So it's like, I feel like that'll eventually be Charlotte Flair as time goes on. And people can dispute what I say now. I don't really give a shit. But at the same time, that's just my humble opinion. Like when she is motivated, that's what's best for business.
Mhm.
And you mentioned the triple threat match against Sasha and Becky. Her back and forth with Sasha in the summer and fall of 2016.
Mhm.
She bumped
She did.
inside Hell in a Cell. She bumped in during that Falls Count Anywhere where Sasha won her title. She
Mhm.
she she bumped. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's when Charlotte is motivated, she's gonna kill it. She's gonna kill it. And obviously, as we give both women their props, new SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Bloody Ripley. She came and she saw and she conquered. There was moments where you thought Charlotte was going to win. Charlotte even kicked out of the Riptide, but then
Yep.
she hit that Avalanche Riptide, and I'm like, "Yep, that's it."
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I'm gonna just keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So I like to do with y'all. So I did. Shout out to my boy Rick. We did our predictions as well, and I want to say we either just about tied up or ended up finishing with that 4 or 5 mark, kind of like you and Sweller. But like, I ain't gonna lie, I did slick pick Charlotte, but I did it off of this reason, right? Because statistically, technically speaking, based off her WrestleMania record, y'all, this is her first singles loss. Because like the losses she took at WrestleMania were in multi-woman matches. Because remember the triple threat match with Ronda and Becky, she didn't get pinned in that. And then the match with Nia Jackson, I don't think she got pinned in that one either. So it was like, but every other singles match she had, like the match with Asuka and some of the other WrestleMania matches she had on a one-on-one sense, she actually won. So including the first meeting with Rhea. So it was like, it was a strange possibility. I was like, yo, Charlotte might. And when she kicked out that Riptide, I already knew. I said, the only way Rhea's going to win at this point is if she does what she did to Baszler and does a super Riptide. And what do you know?
That's exactly what she did.
I was like, Charlotte ain't going to go out like that, boy. You're going to have to do something from the moon to beat that woman.
And she did. And then after the match, Charlotte obviously was smiling ear to ear.
Mm-hmm.
And when I tell you, I don't praise matches, but they killed that. Like, I'm like, take a fucking bow, stand, applaud. Like, if nobody in that backstage, when they went back there, did not give them a standing ovation, they capping.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if I knew them, like if I was back there, I would literally be right there in the curtain, like, congratulations, you both killed that shit. Y'all knocked that shit out of the fucking park. Y'all like that's what I'm saying. Like Wolfie said, boys, the first night was an absolute banger. Like I'm saying, those two, that's exactly how you culminate the two main events. Man, boy.
Shout out to night one, man. Night one, night two,
they gonna kill it. I can already tell it. Like the matches that they have right there, they have no choice. They have no choice. You have to top this night. You have to make this WrestleMania better. Oh, this WrestleMania is already better than last year's.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you have to make this an all-timer.
Yes. And they on the right track so far, y'all. Like,
yep. Nice pointing out. I forgot pointing out. Rhea Ripley is the only woman to win the NXT UK, the NXT, Raw, SmackDown, and Women's Tag Team Championships in WWE. Period.
So she surpassed Bayley. Oh snap!
She is the only woman.
Dang.
The only woman. That's how legendary this woman's young career
At 25 too,
At
bro.
25. That's
Crazy.
how she is a legend right now.
Bruh, what?
And I feel like, honestly, if Triple H is going to go full throttle post WrestleMania, this has the potential of being Rhea Ripley's best women's title reign.
I agree. Given her character and how she's doing the Judgment Day, bro.
She's almost at Oscar status. All that's left is the Money in the Bank. Yeah. And
That's
even
true.
then she beats Oscar because Oscar was never NXT UK Women's Champion. So it's like, I
think he more so meant just like you saw the photo Oscar posted.
Oh yeah, the stackness.
Okay, yeah. I think that's what it more so means.
Okay, yeah. I'm about to say that's the only thing that Rhea would have over Oscar is like I'm on the NXT UK. That's the only thing she'll have on her.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of firsts.
If they decide to put the Money in the Bank on Rhea Ripley in within the next few years, because that's the thing about it. She's 25. If she keep going at it, she will literally be still doing this in the next 10 years.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
she'll be 35.
That's crazy. Like, bro, what? Like,
it's crazy when you be seeing people younger than you knocking it and killing it every single chance they get.
And
every single.
Because how old is Bianca right now? Bianca doing.
Bianca's 20. No,
for someone
30.
that didn't even win.
She's 31, I believe.
Wow, bro. And she's like on some John Cena status with her reign. Like, we're gonna see how that turns out tomorrow. But like, bro, like both of these women are clearly carrying WWE on their backs while still having the Baileys, the Becky.
She's 33. Yep, she's 33. She just turned 33 in April. I mean, no, she'll be 34. She'll be 34 this month.
Bro, that's wild, bro. Like, they don't even look it too. Like, that's what's so crazy. It's like
that's what happens when you are a peaceful person and you mind your fucking business.
Come on now. Black don't crack, y'all. Black don't crack.
Black don't crack.
You feel me?
But man, that match, oof. Yeah. Like I said, tomorrow they got to kill it. They got to kill it. They have no choice.
They got no choice.
Have no choice. They have, but yeah, I picked Rhea Ripley. We both picked Rhea Ripley, and boy, that was something special. Speaking of something special, let's talk about Dominic Mysterio versus Rey Mysterio. That's
my favorite match of the night.
Father versus son match been building since September.
Ooh, boy.
Dom came out rocking the mask, and when I tell you, this brother,
the Halloween Havoc one at that,
the Halloween Havoc mask with the jacket. If they don't let this man go full Prince Mysterio,
bro, for real, like it's crazy how much he looks just like his dad now with that mask on,
just
bro.
A tall version without a tan.
Like, hey, if Rey Mysterio went bad, bro, now we know what he looked like as a heel. If he's like, God, dog, what? Bro. And I mean, I like how you saw that, and then you saw the tights, which was like a tribute to Eddie. You get what I'm saying? So it was like he put a nice little tribute together. I was like, I see you, dog. Like,
and speaking of tribute to Eddie, we got that low rider. We got that low rider.
Come on, my boy Gresh,
my boy Rey Mysterio to the ring, and when I tell you, I was like, bro, it would have been a nice heel heat or something if Dominic would have rolled out in a low rider and pissed off Ray. But the fact that they went from Snoop's song, what song was it? Was it a G? What was the song
it was G Thing.
A G Thing. It was a G. First it came out to Snoop's G Thing, then they cut to Viva la Raza, and I'm like,
the action from the crowd off that alone, the roof. So far, I believe has a dome, right? So that probably exploded.
My God, when I tell you I popped, I was like,
bro,
man, if Eddie was here, bro.
Yeah, man. That man was smiling for sure, bro. I know he was feeling that up north, man.
Oh, that mask was a great Muto-esque mask. I knew it was something like that. I'm like,
oh yeah, I was just about to point that out, bro. I was wondering if you caught that, like, that.
I was trying to put my finger on that. I was like, where have I seen this man's mask before?
Yeah, man. That was a good tribute. Ray stayed doing these dope tributes, man, and I like how he was able to just give so many tributes in one match like that. Like that's crazy.
Oh yeah, most definitely. And it went from snooze a G thing to Viva La Raza and obviously to 619, and it was balls to the wall the entire time during this match. It was that intense. I love this match.
Me too,
I
bro.
it said it made Ray look old though. Yeah, he did look kind of old. Like I mean,
Hey,
yeah.
my boy was mad tan tonight too,
He
boy.
was, bro. He took a dip in the tank. He took a swimming dive into the tanning pool. He said,
"Man, what?" I was like, "Ray, you been chilling in the sun or something?" My guy, like, bro, you making your son
"You about to
look
get
like
that Mandy Rose special,
man." For yeah, somewhere in the distance, she was watching very proudly, like Ray. That's how you do it. Yes, welcome to the black community, Ray. Even though he was already invited to the cookout anyway, it's cool.
Like,
I didn't pay attention to Theory if he looked so. I got to go back and see if Theory looked cooked. That's a good point. I didn't even pay that no attention. I gotta go back and watch that now.
Yeah, I got to watch that too because I missed it. Like I was asleep. Literally, I literally came in. I watched that match right when Theory hit the 8 count down. That's how asleep I was. And I'm like, oh shit. But this match right here,
yeah,
it was so good. It was so good, man. Like I know a lot of people it's cool to shit on Dom and like, oh, he's carrying all this stuff. I said it on a lot of people's streams in chill mode when they asked me about it. Dominic should have went to NXT. I will say that. But joining the Judgment Day, turning heel, and finding this ex-con Dom was the best thing whoever came up with that idea ever created for that man. It saved my interest in that man. And I was still joking on it and shitting on it because that's just how I do. If you follow me on Twitter, you already know most of my stuff is satire. So it's not supposed to be taken serious.
yeah.
But I can tell you, Dom turning heel, becoming ex-con Dom, and getting the reactions that this man was getting. That man wasn't getting no little timid. He was up there getting Roman Reigns level type reactions.
Crazy, bro. Like, that's almost like going back to the Attitude Era with like the Godfather when they were talking about how like his reactions literally rivaled that of like Stone Cold Steve Austin rocking them. Like anytime that crowd went like, you know what I'm saying? And I think, shout out to, if y'all haven't, checked the archives of Life Sabach, go check that interview out with the Godfather that we had. I believe he actually mentioned in that interview that they used to have contests in the back then, talking about like, let's see who could outdo each other with the pops. Now, I don't know if they're doing that nowadays. It'd be kind of cool if they did, especially on a night like tonight, because, bro, you easily could have had like a pop meter. Like, hey, man, who got the loudest reaction tonight? Because, boy, that crowd did not slow down one bit tonight. Like, bro,
even during the cool down match. They was somewhat reacting. Like, you can tell.
Yeah,
they was like, okay, so this is our cool down match. Let me go get some popcorn. Let me go get something to drink. Let me go use the restroom. Even though if you've ever been to a stadium show, they still have the monitors, so you're not missing anything. So you can literally just go to the restroom. You're like, okay, this is my time to stretch, do my thing, and all that stuff. But
it's almost hard to count that because, like you said, it's easily forgettable with that because you knew that in that moment it was a cool down. But it was like if you don't count that moment, like the crowd just
straight across was just going crazy. And this match right here, it was the emotion behind it. We even got the moment where I was like, bro, you got to whoop your son's ass. And this man legitimately pulled out the belt. He pulled
Get the
strap. That man was embracing his inner Joe Jackson. He was embracing every father. He was embracing my father, little dick. He was embracing everybody. Like,
yo, you wild, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It was like, yo, that man was whooping his son's ass. Yeah, Aaliyah was about to kill Dom because Dom had splashed some water in Aaliyah's face.
Boy, hey, yo, she about to show y'all like, nah, like, hey, y'all think I ain't been training, so I'm about to whoop this dude. like, y'all think just because I'm younger sister, I don't know how to scrap or something. Boy, she was ready. I was like, okay.
She jumped over that barricade. She was like, hold on. And Greg was like, chill.
What? I was like, but I almost wonder if she even knew he was really gonna do that, because that almost felt like, you know how siblings are, right? And you know, like a lot of times
he probably mentioned in past, he's like, I'm gonna do that, and then he's like, no, I'm not
yeah,
really. And then he said, you know what, psych.
and bro, you know, women don't play about their hair, bro. She had the hair done. You splashed
Especially
water in her
Latina.
face, bro.
Latina.
No, them females was like, nah, bro. Like, you know it.
She jumped. She was ready to go. She was ready to pounce on that man.
Boy, I was like, ooh wee, man. I bet you, old boy Buddy Murphy had him a nice little,
a little
nice
belly
little
laugh.
tweet from that one.
He probably had him on a nice little belly laugh. I know I did.
What? Boy, come on now. Come on. You know that boy was going in. I bet he was. I gotta go on his Twitter and be like, hey man, what you was tweeting during that match, bro? I know you had something.
He probably was texting him like, you see that shit?
Yep.
You see that shit?
Come on, bro.
But man, this entire the match itself, I was emotionally invested in this one too. Like I can give props to Dominic for holding on. Like, and obviously they're not going to. This isn't the end.
No, yeah, you felt that. You could tell, like, this ends with some form of. Now, shout out to my boy Rick, because when we were making our predictions, now in his mind, he I guess there was a quote Ray mentioned about wanting to retire at 50, and he's currently 48. So technically, unless there's a way like Dom does this in a way where he like retires but doesn't like,
he's still around.
Yeah, like, you know, I don't know, but I mean,
since they incorporated or reintroduced a new Latino world order, I can see them, like, if you guys catch my preview and predictions appearance on the Angle show over on YouTube, I basically said, me and him basically agreed. He was like, we wouldn't be surprised if they do like a LWO versus Judgment Day match at like SummerSlam, where if Team Judgment Day or something loses, then then Ray has to retire or something like that, or if they do a rematch, Dom cleanly defeats or dominantly defeats Rey Mysterio and take the mask and take control of it. Or since they have the LWO, they have the LWO Legado del Fantasma turn on Ray and side with, and have Dom leave the Judgment Day and take over the LWO and in full control from his father. Stuff like that. Like, it's so many ways that they can go with it, but I see this ending with Ray putting Dom over.
Yeah, I agree, bro. I was thinking the same thing, because that's part of the reason, like, you know, this is another one I was kind of wrong about, because I did go with Dom here just as a shot in the dark here, because I was like, it could have went either way. But then again, my mind kind of changed right when I saw Snoop Dogg come out with Ray, because I'm like, bro, you ain't coming out with Snoop Dogg and losing the match. Like, ain't no way. You can't. And then the Eddie tribute just really added to that, because I'm like, oh, now he definitely can't lose, bro. Like, nah, you can't come out to Eddie, come out with Snoop driving and actually lose, bro. Like, plus the crowd was too invested. I'm like, nah. And then Bad Bunny, yeah, him too. Like, bruh, I was like, nah, it ain't gonna happen.
You're not losing, bro.
Yeah, I was like, but Dom gonna get his win for sure. Like, you know, he got to put his son over one good time. But man, bravo! Like, I felt like this easily could have main evented just as much as Charlotte and Rhea, or
from an emotional standpoint. Yeah, that's the beauty behind tonight. A lot of matches could have main evented, and we wouldn't have batted an eye. That's how good this opening show was for WrestleMania weekend. And Hunter just hesitated when someone mentioned a match for Bad Bunny. I wouldn't be surprised if Bad Bunny competes at Backlash, since it's in Puerto Rico.
Yeah, that would be nice. I could see him possibly going against the guy he tagged with last year, and
in the tag team match, him and Ray versus Dom and Damian
Priest. Yeah, that could happen.
And what was up with Damian Priest's hair, bro?
Bro, you know, after everybody getting on Xia Li, At this point,
No,
I don't even know.
I'm talking about this right here. I'm talking about his side. Like it looked glued on. Like it looked like a whole bunch of,
like he has some glued on edges. You know what, bro? Dude's been getting extensions as of late too, man. For all I know,
I'm gonna need them niggas to stop. I need y'all to stop,
bro.
Stop,
bro. You
like,
know how WWE
it just
is,
didn't look.
man.
It looked like he went into my auntie's wig cabinet and just said, "Yeah, this is it, bitch." Like that's how fake it looked, and I'm like,
hey
what
man,
are you doing? But he can get away with the braids because he's Latino.
True.
Xia Li's hair, her texture is not really built. Like I understand the backlash with Xia Li's braids. I do. It's not really built for her, the type of braids that she was getting.
Mhm.
And people was literally like, yo, you might want to take those out because if your shit fall out within the next 5 years or less, don't say we didn't warn you.
That's fair, bro. You know, everybody can't do the melanated look like we do, man. You feel me? I mean, shoot. Hey.
He said, nah, screw that. See, you weren't here earlier when we was talking about Lil Uzi Vert's hair. Like, bro, I said that man looked like Maleficent. That man was rocking the Maleficent hair. Like if you put a side by side with Maleficent and Lil Uzi Vert, they look like half siblings because she's white and he's black. That's what I'm saying. So,
and you know, Uzi kind of playing off the whole satanic role right now. He got his.
I don't follow his career, so I wouldn't know until you tell
me either, bro. But I did see like a story once about like somebody posted one and it was showing like he out there praising the devil at his concerts or something. I don't know, but
that's on
basically, you know, that's probably why he got the whole look of hair right now, just to represent the point.
I thought he lost a bet.
I thought he just thought he was Batman or something. I don't know, man. I guess he Dark Knight.
And they thought he was the Riddler. You remember the Batman and Robin where the Riddler had like pointy hair?
Yep.
Jim Carrey's character.
Who know me this?
This was saying he was a black Riddler. That man was out here.
Big black bat.
Me this. And I also, Lil Uzi Vert, I'm gonna need you, bro. I'm gonna need you to invest in a belt because if I have to see your drawers on TV one more time, got me up here sounding like my grandma.
Hey man,
pull your goddamn pants up, boy.
Come on, bro. Come on,
bro. I know exactly what boxer briefs that man had on. That's how low his boxer briefs were. That dude had on Fruit of the Looms boxer briefs. Because I know that pattern anywhere. I got some on right now. See? So we boxer brief twins.
You feel me? Homeboy need to get some champs boxers. Shameless plug. Shameless plug. Go check them out, y'all. Oh boy.
But man, the match itself, like it ended obviously with Rey Mysterio picking up the win, celebrating in the ring with his daughter and wife. Shout out to Angie for slapping Dom finally for getting in her face too.
It's like, you know, it's funny. I saw your spot where you quoted where somebody was like, "Why didn't ain't that a disqualification?" And you were like, "Shoot, man, I guess
might be referee discretion." I don't know because you would have thought he would have DQ'd him for using the belt.
Facts though, I ain't even think about that part. You right, bro. That's how you know everybody wanted Dom to get his due diligence or something, bro. Because it's like everybody was like, "Bump that." Do whatever you want to do to him, Ray. We don't care. Hit him with a chair, hit him with a belt. This little punk need to get his butt whooped or something. Like, bruh. And why Finn got his eyes closed like this, man? Like, bruh.
He was high. He was high.
Hey, this man be killing me with his GTA thug looking self over here like he part of Saints Row or something, man.
Saints Row, Grape City.
Yeah, I'm like, bruh, what you a Liberty City thug over here, Finn? What's going on, my ninja? You finna go hit the GTA strippers now? What's up?
He's look at the Irish. look at the Irish thugs. So now I want to go. I want to see the demon come out like a demonized thug tomorrow.
Man, for real though, because now I'm like, how the demon gonna really look tomorrow, y'all? Like, we need to play some bets or something. We need to, you know what I mean? Like, we need to figure something out.
Even when the ref wanted Dom to get spanked. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. We agree, bro.
That's why it was referee discretion. It's like sometimes you just gotta be like, you know what? Screw it, enjoy it. But yeah, if this was a regular match, that would have been twice a DQ.
For sure. Especially on like a SmackDown or Raw or anything like that, they would instantly ding, 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 ding. Easy.
But they said, yeah, you deserve this. You deserve the ass whooping. You deserve to get lit up. And it was a nice feel good moment for it. The Judgment Demon. That's what I'm saying. I'm intrigued on how they're gonna do that. On how they're gonna he's gonna incorporate. When Finn responded on Raw, he teased the red and black ones. I wonder are they gonna do incorporate like purple, a purple demon or a tweak demon. I hope this man goes full throttle on the demon design. Like, don't go half-ass. Like, let it.
Give it that.
He's a mob boss in paint.
You remember how he would do like the Venom eyes, the looking ones, and all that. Like, I mean, something different.
Oh yeah, most definitely. So this match was pretty fun. What other match we got to talk about? Yes, the other women's match.
Mm-hmm.
The 6-woman tag team match, Damage Control versus BLT, Becky, Lita, and Trish Stratus.
I never even thought about that. Yo, what the freak?
What, BLT?
Bro, why did you just put that in my mind, bro? I didn't even think about I can't get that out of my head now, bro. Thanks, Gresh.
The BLT, Team BLT.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Low point in tonight's art. I can understand that. The match was solid. The crowd was into it.
Yeah,
the match was solid, but yeah, it's time to wrap it up with Damage Control. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hate. Do you blame Bayley for them? Some people trying to blame her for not getting them over or something. Like,
it's all in the book. You cannot.
That's what I'm saying.
You understand, you cannot blame the talent for the booking.
Legit.
They literally get what they are giving. They literally introduce the crowd, this new group, to go right up against Bianca Belair, their John Cena of the women's division. We all knew from the jump, Bianca was not losing that belt.
Facts.
That was their first mistake. They should have incorporated other factions, allowed Damage Control to get some heat under them. Besides the going straight to feuding with Bianca, then feud with Bianca, and then lose.
Yeah.
But for her to lose back to back, the women's tag team titles not being booked at all. It was literally a few times where I forgot Dakota Kai and Io Sky were
champs.
Champs. Until it was like, that's why I said it's like you cannot blame the talent for not getting over. You have to blame the booking.
No, facts, because we were there. I mean, we were,
we were there. Everybody popped. Everybody
popped,
legit popped for Bayley's return, and Dakota Kai, who was legit fired a year ago, returned at SummerSlam.
And Io, who was basically gonna go back to Japan, I believe, at that time for a minute.
She was done in NXT, and it was like, if Triple H didn't take over when he did, Io was probably gone.
Yeah, facts. And so it's like, just like what we just said about Charlotte and Rhea, it's just a shame that booking is not, like, they really have to get somebody to take control of these women. And I remember hearing a podcast the other day saying, like, I think they said Ronda said this in an interview. Ronda Rousey was talking about, like, when you have these middle-aged men booking for these women, it doesn't make sense.
Oh no, without a doubt. Like, this is the part where I agree with somebody I don't like. But it's like they don't know, and the what baffles me, I know how to write for women because I can take the gender out of the equation and just write a coherent story. That's what baffles me about people who don't know how to write for women's wrestling. And it doesn't matter it shouldn't matter if you are a man, a female, a non-binary. It should not matter. If you do not, it's all you have to do is just write a fucking story.
Legit, bro.
Let it be coherent, and it doesn't have to be all over. But you can literally just say, you can literally write a "I hate you, let's fight" story, and it can be compelling.
Yeah.
Just say, go out there and sell this. That's literally this excuse where they're middle-aged men shouldn't. It probably shouldn't be middle-aged men. It should be somebody younger because I know how to write for women.
Yeah.
My sister know how to write for women.
Yeah.
My uncle know how to write for women. My brothers know how to write for women. You just write for them like they're people. You don't write for them based off their gender. That's your first mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So that whole excuse where, oh, they need to get some people younger in that boardroom, in that room. I can literally create a compelling storyline in 60 seconds.
60 seconds, bro. I mean, it's not difficult when you relate it to modern day culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can take so much and make it compelling. You get what I mean? And I even like, shout out to you guys, what you and Swella do with the retro reviews. I was listening, catching up on some episodes with y'all the other day, and you and I are right on par with that in terms of when you think back to the women in the Attitude Era, going back to like Trish and Lita's time. Mm-hmm. Those type of feuds weren't about who was the best wrestler. It was about like something like the Christian and Chris Jericho angle, for example. Like,
right,
you guys bet over us over a freaking Canadian dollar, and like it turned into like a whole storyline to where then Trish ends up going heel in the process from the love angle with Chris Jericho. You see how that, which reignited the feud between Trish and Lita, you know what I mean? And then you can flip-flop it to down the line when Lita got with Edge, and then she was the villain, you know what I mean? So like, bro, I don't understand how they lost that over the years. And yeah, you focused on the women for what they have as athletes, taking them seriously, giving them longer matches, but somehow you.
And I was listening to a WrestleMania roundtable with that also involved our boy Angle and the infamous boy JD from NY, because they had a whole little table, and I was sitting there listening, and Angle made a compelling point. He was like, you shouldn't. It's like it shouldn't take too, like they're over convoluting. Like they say, because I know you watch Impact.
Yeah, for sure.
And he said the reason why he can respect companies like Impact and all these other places is because they don't have to tell you that they're doing a women's revolution. They just do it.
They just do it. Yeah.
That's the problem with WWE. They don't do their women's revolution unless they have to tell you, oh, this is like literally, it was literally a whole few years of first ever Hell in a Cell, first ever Iron Woman match, first ever Last Woman Standing match, first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, first ever. You shouldn't have to tell me about a first ever. You should just do it.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't have to tell me, oh, you were going to start incorporating compelling storylines with our women. Just fucking do it.
Just do it.
That's all I ask. Just do it. I don't care if you catch me off guard. I would rather me tell you, oh, that caught me off guard, than you beating it down my throat. Oh, we're finna do something compelling with the women. Just do it.
Just do it, dog. I mean, you can't say it any better than how you laid it, bro. And I mean, I'm just gonna completely piggyback it, because even with AEW, we know this is a WWE kind of night, but same case over there, man. Like, you got all these women, all this talent, and most of them are just resulted in being on Dark or Elevation or
whatever the storyline with the Outsiders versus
Braun. Like, you can't even, like, what kind of story is that even? Like, it's not. You know what I'm saying?
It's the like NWO rehashed.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? In a day where, like you said, like, bro, we have the internet. That'd been cool in the 90s, in the 2000s, you know what I'm saying, when social media didn't exist like that. But in this era, that don't work. So it's like, y'all got to cut that out, and y'all got to get some younger minds, male or female, just younger, youthful, more hip minds that know how to write for these people so that we can be more invested.
And people who actually are trying to get to know the wrestler, because you don't want to get someone who's a writer but don't want to know anything about this wrestler or what works. Like, you got to have writers who are like, okay, so how do you feel?
Yeah.
Okay, how do you feel about this? And then you go back and forth and you find that middle ground that is compelling and makes sense.
Oh yeah. I can, the writer for the New Day in their early heyday is the perfect example of that. When they were starting out, they had the perfect writing team for the New Day to help them get over to where they are now. The New Day, like, oh, we already know what's up. You know what I mean? So if the women had those type of writers like that, man, this division would be that much more elevated. We see the product when they put matches out there. Like, if a Candice LeRae and a Mia Yim go at it, you see the match, but you're not invested. You don't care, because you're like, yeah, they're killing.
Why should I care? Why should I care to see them at the 9 o'clock hour on a Monday? Why should I care? Like, this is happening because stand by on that. That's I need you to give me a legit reason. Build to this, like, is because then you'll have them randomly teaming the next week.
Yeah.
In a randomized tag team match that nobody will give a shit about.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. It's like, stop that.
Yeah. No, for real, bro. For real.
Just do it. Just create compelling stories and create compelling television that'll make me balance it out. If you can do it with the men, with the bloodline story, do it with the women.
With the women. Plain and simple. I mean, it's so, when you look at, like you said, even to point with Becky and Bayley. I mean, the whole bringing Seth Rollins into this to make it personal was like, okay, that's a start. Like
a start. And I'm pretty sure that was them saying, hey, we got to get some heat. So let's bring up you and Seth having a baby.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And the fact that this story unfortunately resulted in, Becky's the loner and she had to rely on
the legends
with the past to even up the odds against Damage Crew, who was basically besting her every week. Like, that's not enough. You know what I mean? The match was solid. We really appreciate it for what it was. The crowd, like you said, was invested, but the story just was not it.
It was not. And also, pass the milk. Pass the milk.
What? Shout out to Becky's makeup. You know what I'm saying? I see you, Bex. I ain't never seen her maked up like that. Like, what? Everybody
pass
out
the
here.
Milk.
Even Lita, boy, she went old school. Took the shirt off on him. I said, "Oh, okay, Lita."
And Trish. Trish.
Come on, Trish.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, speaking of story though, I will say this. Shout out to Trish and shout out to commentary, because I did peep that the moment I saw her outfit. Shout out to the fact that she paid homage to her original outfit in a sense, like in a remix form, but she basically took the outfit she wore from WrestleMania 21 in Hollywood back in like 2005. And the fact that she was able to like kind of tell that story with her attire again was pretty dope. So shout out to Trish.
I know her shirt was in there like, I'm fighting for my fucking life.
Man,
do not pop out. I'm trying. Like, it was her shirt was literally like,
that thing was like,
do not move.
Fellas over there like,
you really, like, bro, you really are about to do a moonsault right now? Why are you doing this? Her shirt was like, why are you doing this? Stay still, motherfucker. Stay still.
Yeah, man.
Them things was thanging.
That brawl is the MVP of the night, just in the fact that it kept it together the whole night.
Zooey mama.
Oh my God, Trish, you were going, man. MILF.
But yeah, they got to do something. That was a little jokey joke to try to lighten the mood. But yeah, they got to do something with Damage Control, break them up. I don't know. I know they got Queen of the Ring coming up, so that could be a good way to break them up. They can put the crown on either EO or somebody different that needs that rub. Give us NXT EO back. Give us Dakota Kai doing Dakota Kai things, and give us Bayley on her own again. She can still be a heel. You can, with this draft hopefully coming up soon, they can shift it around and go that route. But yeah. And also shout out Bayley for looking like a evolved Buzz Lightyear with this fit.
Man, what? I hope that's what she was going for.
I don't know what she was going for, but I just instantly thought Buzz Lightyear. I was like, damn, she looked like it's to infinity.
And beyond. Yeah, bro.
To infinity and beyond.
Oh, Roger. Oh man, jeez Louise. Yo.
I really hope the draft is soon. That's what I'm saying. I hope that
me too, bro.
I hope it is too. Like they if they are going to do a brand split, they need to dedicate to that brand split. Otherwise, unify all the titles and just go back to the basics and just call it a day. But man, this was you can say I can understand why a lot of people say this was like their downtime for the night, because if you know the Damage Control is going to lose, they're fucking losers.
At this point,
spade a spade, they're losers. They're going to, it's like, why would you care. You don't. You know, there's no stakes. You know, Lita and Trish ain't coming back to lose. So
Yeah.
it's going to either be damage control, dominate and win, or the legends, team legend, BLT, picked up the win. And that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
Like, that's all you can do about it. The next match we can it's also everything else was so damn good. Yes, I'm saying this was one of those down parts where you just like everything else outshined it. So that was that. The next match, I believe, is the showcase match. What you think about this one? The WrestleMania showcase match. Braun Strowman and Ricochet, the baldlings, is like I like to call them now. I don't call them the balding brutes no more. The baldlings. Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the Smelly People, the Viking Raiders.
So truth be told, in this, man, in the words of woken and broken Matt Hardy, this was truly a spots monkey fest at its finest, but at the same time, it definitely delivered. I say spot monkey, obviously, as you know, because it went from, okay, we're going to mix it up a little bit, and then before you know it, every time you turn around, this person diving, this person jumping, that person doing something. Like, everybody was just like, okay, it's your turn to do something like real crazy. We're going to see who can outdo each other with a crazy spot. And then I was just like, okay, now this match just went into a spot fest. But it's still good, though, like, because the crowd was into it. They ate it up. I love the way Dawkins just straight up ram rushed Braun. Like,
he put some stank. He put some stank in that pounce.
Boy, for real, I was like, Monty Brown is somewhere smiling, sir.
Shit, I'm smiling.
I was like, the alpha male is moving.
The
period.
The pals. What? The pals. What? The pals.
That's what I'm saying. Period. That's what I'm saying, man. I was. Well, people gonna stop sleeping on Dawkins. That's all I'm gonna say.
Man, look, for real, bro. Y'all stop sleeping on my boy Doc, man. Like, listen, both of these dudes, when they do have their eventual split up, which I hope they do in a real brotherly way, they both gonna excel on their own. I'm telling you. Y'all watch. No Marty Jannetty on this squad. Let me tell you that right now.
That weirdo posting random shit on Facebook. Hell no. Do not ever disrespect Dawkins by comparing him to that clown. Ever.
Come on, bro.
Ever. Like, if I see y'all, I'm literally gonna block you because you're not finna disrespect that man no more. Like, I'm tired of this shit. Like, y'all not finna call this man no Marty Jannetty. Yeah, matter of fact, y'all not finna call nobody a Marty Jannetty of a tag team because nobody is that fucking weird.
Facts.
Nobody.
If you, and I'll say this respectfully, if you want to maybe compare him to a Matt Hardy, I can give you that. You know,
at least he's respectful.
Matt's career has been very respectful. I know people be like, you know, Jeff had the more successful career, but Matt's career has been just as successful. So I'd say I can give you that. You know what I mean? But no Marty Jannetty's, bro. Nah. Get out of here.
Yeah, that shit. But yeah, this match was basically, like you said, a spot fest. I enjoyed it. It was some moments. Ricochet continued to kill it. This dude did a shooting star Thesz press,
bro,
on the outside.
Dog, come on. Like, I was like, Ricochet, you better cut up, my guy. You better cut up on him.
He literally put out a tweet. He said, oh, y'all think this is a sleeper match? Oh, mama, I'm going to WrestleMania. I'm finna cut up. That's literally what that man said. He said, I'm finna cut the fuck up.
And boy, did you do that. Like, for real.
Maybe a Miz and Morrison comparison. Yes, do that.
Okay, yeah.
I can take that.
Wolf. Hey, that right there, Wolfie, 100%, bro. I like that.
The only thing I might do is trigger him since he's
Hey, bro, what you got against One Piece, man? Hey, One Piece is lit. What you mean? Hey, One Piece be nice, bro. Hey, don't do One Piece like that. Hey, don't do One Piece. Don't do my boy Luffy like that, man. Come on. I just got a little bit offended right there, man. That's messed up. It's all love, though. That's hey, respect. Hey, you know, look, hey.
That's not, but yeah, props to everybody in that match. Obviously the Street Profits picked up the dub on that one, so I won that prediction for the speed round preview prediction. So that was like, I'm like, this would be a fun field goal. I said that's because when I did the predictions on the Angle show, I was like, depending on the placement of this match,
Mhm.
I could see the Street Profits winning for like that feel good moment.
Yeah.
So it's like that was my only way seeing it. And this was like that feel good moment in the middle of the show. The crowd was in it. Everybody was like when they music hit, they was just bouncing. They was just like, yo, let's get it. So that's what I'm saying. Like that's the thing about them being in LA.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game, especially in the stadium. So
it is, bro. Salute to the Prophets, man.
no One Piece slander in these streets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Wolf. See, Wolfie, you man, my guy. Oh, he said nothing. That's the okay. So he went. Okay. My bad, dog. My bad. See, I thought. You know what I'm saying. So my bad, dog. That's love.
Oh, and also in this match, shout out to Chad Gable as always, being the man did a deadlift to Braun again.
Bro, I said to myself, they are getting him so ready for that solo spot.
They need to, man.
But let me tell you this, man. Shout out to my boy Wes. He's a casual, and one thing I want to report about this show is that a lot of my casual fans that I know that know about wrestling, maybe used to watch it back in the day, but don't really keep up as much with current product. Chad Gable, he called him Lil Kurt Angle, and he was like, he made me an instant fan. He was like, a casual fan became a fan of Chad Gable, bro. If that don't tell you this man he got to get a rocket. Please, WWE, give him a rocket. Because, like, dude, that's your dude right there, man. Like, don't let it waste, man. Don't let it waste.
Yeah.
That's reasonable, bro. Some animes where it's like, Bleach was the same way with me after a while. It's not quite as long, but I get that.
Yeah, obviously like I said, the Street Profits picked up the win in this one. Nice, fun match.
Shout out to him. I don't think we gave enough love to her either, man. Like,
bro, one love to Asia. Like Ref Bay is what she like to call herself.
Come on,
shout out to her for real. Like she's been killing it. Shout out to all the women referees and women bringing down Samantha Irving.
Yeah,
obviously, like that woman be putting her whole soul into every announcing, every situation that she be announcing. Like she gives every member of Imperium a different ring entrance. Ludwig Kaiser, Giovanni Vinci, and the Ring General. Like literal
it's the small things, bro.
It's the small things she do. Like, and you can tell she's invested. And she like when she be dancing, like she posts videos of her, she be dancing to the songs. Ricochet, you won.
Bro, legit, dog. Cause she be thirst trapping folks online, boy.
I don't even like. I'm not even talking about the thirst traps. I'm like in general, you won.
No, you're right. No, I'm just saying like
thirst traps, yeah.
I'm saying respectfully, just say like, cause I see, in following her, I see how like she'll be like, oh yeah, I ain't even realized I ain't post one of these in a while. And I'm like looking at the comments to see what Ninja's gonna say. Like, y'all know she was Ricochet, right? Y'all know I mean, I feel you, but you know she was Ricochet, right?
Like, and they're gonna get that with a response. Yeah. I don't think Ricochet can fight.
Ooh,
but that's good.
Well, you know what? Ricochet can just pull a Montez Ford and he can post a picture with a little goofy smile, like, yeah,
I'm eating that.
Coming home to me. I mean, at least,
I'm eating that. I'm gobbling all on that.
Yeah, facts though. Yeah, but nah, she's mad talented, man. I mean, I was reading the article. Look, man, this guy, bro. I was reading the article on Samantha Irvin, man, and like, I didn't even know she was on America's Got Talent, y'all. That's crazy.
Me either until she posted. I was like, oh.
Okay, all right, no wonder. Like, so it just goes to show, man. People like her, Pat McAfee, like, you just keep following your passion and your dreams, and you're gonna end up on stages like WWE, around the people you watch, or just in general, like the company that you knew. Like, man, I never thought I'd be here, but I'm here. So much love to y'all.
And speaking of being on the company that you enjoy, let's talk about this match: Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul.
Boy.
And let's talk about how Seth Rollins came out. It was sassy bitch mode with this dress or this jacket and the pantsuit. His man was was iced out of his mind.
Yeah, like at first I was like, I don't know where you going with this. I don't know if I was like, you channeling your inner love below with your Andre 3 stats or something, my guy? Like, what we doing? You know what I mean? But dog, he took it in. Like I said, hey man, this has got to be probably the most colorful match, literally, out of all of these tonight. Because between this man wearing pink,
the man had a conductor.
Dog, bro, let me tell you, if I don't end up doing this myself, as a rapper, I'm speaking to any producers out there right now, I need you to take that clip and I need you to make the most fire beat to that thing right now. Send that thing to me and we're going to make some magic with that, bro, because that thing has to be sampled like now. Like what that conductor did, I need that sample, bro. I need that in some kind of beat. Put some 808s with it. Let's go ham, bro.
I caught that too when it was there. I was like, I can see them.
Yeah, somebody like, bro. I was in my head. I was like, man, I need a producer just to, bro. Dog, come on. Hey. See, now he gonna get my creative juices flowing out here, y'all. He gonna give me, man. Gresh trying to get me to rap on the show, bro.
Bitch.
You know how we do it for him, man. You know, we can't give it to him live, man. We give it to him.
No, scratch that. We're gonna do it to him live. Give him an 8 second. So yeah, we're gonna do that right now.
Yeah, give him the 8 second.
I'm improvising.
Dang. WrestleMania. Hey. WrestleMania. Come up on the scene with this curve stomp. Swag style, baby. What you want, though? I don't freestyle, baby. What you want to flow? Hey. Coming out with a swag, I was feeling love below. See me in the pink and red, and I'm about to come and flow. Yeah, you see me out here with the crowd singing with that flow. Got that choir singing loud, like, baby, we finna go. Hey, 5-star status, baby. I don't need Meltzer when I tell you, baby, this a Meltzer driver for the. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. I'm just playing around right now. Like, I promise I'll rap for real, y'all. I'm just really playing around with my head right now. I don't freestyle for real. It come to me sometimes, but I'm a writer first. You feel me? You know what I mean? That's what I do. But shout out to Gresh though. That was nice. You know what I'm saying? Oh man.
Oh man. But yeah, this match itself. Oh yeah. One more last little tidbit of what Logan Paul thought he was Shawn Michaels.
Bruh, no, you know what did it for me was this man trash talking the entire time. That camera close up on his face, like, hi, did you miss me? And I was just like, bro, no, you didn't. Like, y'all really trolling right now. My boy over here looking like a freaking X-Men from the 90s animated series and everything, over here channeling his Wolverine Cyclops look right now. I'm like, bruh, what you doing right now, G? It's like... Yo, hey, this right here though, this match was everything we expected it to be.
Mm-hmm.
But these entrances did it for me too, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like, what a way to celebrate your birthday for sure. Like,
oh yeah, they killed it with these entrances the entire time. Like every entrance that I saw they killed it. Logan came out with a giant Prime drink, so cheap plug.
A cheap plug. And then you notice the fact they had the Prime drinks right there on the announcers tables too. I was like, oh Lord.
I've had one Prime drink and I've never tried it again. This shit was ass.
Yeah, bro. Like, it's amazing how that drink hits you with the flavor, and you're thinking,
I think it was the fruit punch. I think it was the fruit punch that was like, this garbage.
There was one that I tried that I liked, but it was the it's not in the States though. It's actually because there was a guy who collects them or something. And he brought them from like some other part. It's the icy one where it's based off like the popsicle with the red, white, and blue. It tastes exactly like that popsicle in a drink form. It was pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm like you though, bro. Like, I think I tried the orange flavor.
Ooh, that one too. Yeah, I tried 2 of them. I was like,
I was like,
I think I had it in my house. I drunk it. And I had it in my house for a minute, and I was just like, you just toss that shit. I'm not finna.
Hey, bro, I said it's all body armor over here for your boy. I'm like, hey, it's body
Facts.
armor or nothing.
Body armor and Fiji water.
Come on, bro. Let them
Like,
know. Let them know
but
what's up.
obviously the match itself was fun for what it was. Like Logan Paul, the human, hit or miss. I'm
Yeah,
not a fan of Logan Paul, the human. He makes some questionable choices.
yeah.
But Logan Paul, the wrestler, the wrestler that he wants to be,
hmm Yeah,
he's good. He's great.
I agree, man. Like this, not gonna say the same energy as what we said about like the previous
Him
fight,
and
like
Roman.
Mysterio and Dom, and like Charlotte and Rhea, and like
Yeah.
Usos.
It was a fun showcase match for a wrestler and a celebrity.
Yeah, and shout out for the fact that he took his second loss in WWE. So that's good. That's good. It means he's got a nice little balance now. You know, he's 1-2 and
So
lost.
2-2 or 1-1? I mean, two, because I know he lost to Roman and Seth, but he
Yep.
won against the Miz.
And then he won. Remember, he won with the Miz last year.
So he's 2-2.
Yeah, so he's 2-2. 1-1 at WrestleMania in general, but 2-2 as a total superstar. So depending on how many more matches he has, because I know he got that signed contract, so we'll see.
So they gave him the Shawn Michaels interest. That boy definitely resigned.
You right.
That boy definitely, and he got a prime plug. Yeah, that boy definitely resigned. Like, if he didn't resign, he wouldn't have got none of this.
Speaking of none of this, dog, tell me about this KSI dude, because I'm really like, but I kid you not, I real deal thought that was our Truth at first. I was like, yo, Truth, that you? What you doing here as a prime thing? And I was like, hold up. And then they said, KSI. I was like, KSI? What's a KSI? I was like, what? I had to look it up, and I'm like, oh, okay, because I don't follow Logan Paul, yo. I'm sorry. Like, I don't follow Logan Paul, and I mean, I don't listen to every rapper. You feel me? Like, but I'm gonna check his music out and see what I think of him, though.
See, that's the thing. I never followed Logan Paul. I knew who he was because of his controversies. Because of the China thing and all this stuff. I knew of him in a negative light. And I said, okay, this is somebody I'm not finna follow. And I never followed him. Like, I just didn't care. I never heard of KSI until the pandemic when I was on YouTube and I'm scrolling and I'm like, who the fuck is this? Because I saw a clip of him on Twitter or something. And I'm like, KSI, what is this? And I follow his account. I'm like, oh, he's another YouTuber. Cool. And then they have a whole collective group like the Sidemen. I never heard of that group until last year. He was like, "Oh, you've never heard of them?" I'm like, "Motherfucker, no, I don't know these motherfuckers." No,
it's like, look, we don't take this as me and Gresh ain't culturally relevant. Like, we are. It's just like we don't follow everybody and everything.
See, that's the thing. I always tell people, I'll retweet or repost people who I know and like their content, but I can tell you confidently, 95% of the time I don't watch their content. And it's not because I feel like I'm better than somebody. It's because I want to make sure that I'm focusing on my brand and what I've got going on. I don't follow everybody. I don't steal ideas because I don't watch you. That's not saying that I'm better than you. I just don't watch you. I'll retweet you. I'll be like, yo, check this out because this is a good video. This is a good video. Make sure you guys check this out or check out this this podcast. Check out this episode. People will be lucky I listen to podcasts. Put it that way. I'm pretty sure I'm behind on a lot of people's podcasts too, and that's because I literally be just. If you understood the stuff that I do on a regular basis, whether it's my job or whatever, I don't follow everybody. So when I tell you I don't know who this person is, that's a genuine reaction. I don't know who the fuck this is.
And you know what? I second that right there with you, brother. Because like you know, I'm usually on my grind most times. So it's like my ears may hear about a person, and if I'm like in that moment where I want to check them out, see, bro, that's why I thought homie was true for a second. You can't tell me this nigga don't.
He did kind of look like Truth. I give you that. He did.
Bro, because I saw was like Truth.
He looked like Ron the True Killings from NWA.
Bro, I swear, because I'm like, yo, did you like go in the time machine and like get younger? Like, what the heck? But then I found out when I heard KSI, I'm like, okay, I don't know who that is, but you know, now I'll do my research. Can't say I'm just a fan of the dude. I will be.
Oh no, I can tell you this right now. You're not going to be a fan. He's basically like every other massive YouTuber. They do reaction videos. They do collabs within their circle. It'd be hit or miss with their comedy, their attempts at comedy. It's the same old, same old. That's why you see me out here, guys like me, out here trying to grind and bring something different to the table, because this fucking YouTube algorithm is whooping my ass because they want us all to be the same.
That's crazy, homie. That's crazy. But shout out to him for taking that massive table bump that he took. It was quite hilarious because I was campaigning for before he took that off and I realized it was a brother. I was campaigning for that thing to get curb stomped, like horribly curb stomped, because I'm like, screw Prime drinks, curb stomp that thing, get it out of here. And now I realized it was a brother, and I was like, dang, I feel bad now because it's a brother. I don't wish a brother getting curb stomped, but then I was like, screw it. He deserved it coming out like that. And then, table bump. So
table bump. Then Logan Paul winning his SmackDown versus Raw bag by pulling out go to sleeps and frog splashes. I'm like, bro, you literally are a fan of CM Kenta.
Legit. I'm like, bro, you let me find out y'all buddies and let me know.
Let me find out you and Kenta are buddies, man. Come on now.
For real.
The originator of the go to sleep.
Come on, man.
The one who made it famous.
Yeah. Yeah. We talking to you. Oh man.
But obviously Seth Rollins picked up the win, like you said, which is rightfully earned. Hopefully this is another person that after Mania they legit put him back in the main event scene, because he deserves to be in the main event scene.
Yeah.
And hopefully they split those freaking world titles and put the title back on Seth Rollins, because this version of Seth Rollins is too over to not be world champion.
Nah, I 100% agree with you. I mean, we heard him in the interview with Ariel Helwani and him. He wants to be number one. You see Roman's at that point when he does lose these titles. They word on
take a break,
taking that big break, much deserved. When you carry a company for 3 years, of course you need a break. So that's the perfect opportunity to catapult Seth on one end, catapult Cody if you're going that route on the other end, and just let them just go. That's two people to carry the company. And then you got dope heels like Dominic and Austin Theory, who are very much rising quickly from a negative standpoint. So you got the perfect babyface heel stuff. You know what I mean? So, like, I agree, bro. Seth, let's get you back on that title picture, baby.
And speaking of Theory, let's talk about the match I will sleep literally on, because I fell asleep during the kickoff, because the kickoff was freaking 2 hours.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised, man.
It was talking about nothing. It's like I saw Stephen A. Smith on it.
Did he? What did Stephen A. do? Because I didn't.
Did like a little. He embraced his inner nature boy. He did a little interaction with Booker T and all this stuff. Yeah. It was lighthearted. It was basically it was funny.
He was just having a good time.
He was having a good time. It was basically that. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. The kickoff was long. I had a long day today. Literally, I was watching TakeOver, so that wore me out.
Yeah, it did. I was watching it this morning too, bro. So trust me, I get it.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm like, yeah, the kickoff was too long, so I dozed off. I laid in my bed and dozed off, and I woke up. I was like, "Oh shit, it's 8:20." It's
8:20. Note to self: we're gonna set that reminder for the next time that happens.
So for tomorrow, because since we're ending close to 2 a.m., is literally I'm gonna set the alarm for 8:00 p.m. tonight, so that way we be good.
Yeah,
we'll be good. But you said you watched this match, Austin Theory defending the United States Championship against John Cena. What did you think about it?
I did. Now this is tough because it's a different grade scale, given the fact that since we went in reverse, this one doesn't necessarily match up to what the last few matches on the card gave us at the end. But if we're going off of the fact that this was the kickoff, this was a solid match for what it was. It did exactly what it needed to do. I was laughing. Shout out to my boy Sir Wilkins from the Jobbeteers podcast, because he was
shout out to him.
Because John Cena comes out with the Make-A-Wish kids in his entrance. So he had like all these kids, like just different kids, and He's out there, you know how John Cena always does his grand entrance. So this year it was just all the Make-A-Wish kids that he ever granted a Make-A-Wish to. So he's out there, he's talking to them like a typical stand-up guy, like, all right, guys, we're gonna, this and that, and then he comes to the ring, and so Sir Wilkins is like, oh man, Cena ain't losing this match, not when you got the Make-A-Wish kids with you. I said, well, bro, 29 minutes later, I said, that didn't really age too well, did it, brother? He was like, nah, it really didn't at all. Yeah, I was like, well, WWE.
Theory said,
yeah, pretty much. WWE said, F them kids, y'all. That's pretty much how they felt. But the crowd was hot for this, obviously, more so for Cena, obviously, because it's John Cena. And like you were saying earlier with Charlotte, John Cena was just getting his flowers from the crowd. They were cheering him. You didn't hear any Cena sucks. Let's go Cena. Cena. You just heard straight cheers for John Cena. Crowd was behind him, and they were against Theory. And Theory got exactly what he needed. As a young heel, he got all the heat. And when he won, it kind of felt like people were almost surprised in a sense. But I'm glad it turned out the way it did because it needed to be that turnout. Like now, Theory is catapulted even more. He has more of a reason to get cocky, and if he wants, he can go after other legends in the future or just continue to build from this. So hopefully we're going to see what comes after this for Theory, what's next for him. But pretty solid match. I would say maybe probably a B+ if I gave it.
Because I put out a tweet because I was genuine. I was like, according to the timeline, to the reaction of the timeline, Cena Theory, I didn't miss much, huh? So we got people who know it was a basic match, to be honest. Nah, John basically got smoked. He took a pic with Stephen A beforehand and had new gear, though. He had new gear. Oh, that's an ugly ass
G.I. Joe inspired, yep.
That shit is mid. That's ugly. It wasn't bad, but it was a raw match with a really hot crowd. Played it super safe, perhaps too safe.
Yeah,
I can understand. Nope, glad it was the first match out of the way. Nope, crowd was very hot for Cena though. Worst match so far. I don't understand the ending to it. I agree Cena didn't need to win. He has nothing to accomplish, but the entire match made Theory look weak. Only good part was Cena doing 5 moves and Theory literally biting him twice. He bit him.
Yeah, no, not like literally. He just kind of bit him in terms of like he mocked it because he knew it was coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Underwhelming is Cena. There isn't much to miss, in my opinion. It was trash. Cena was right about Theory. Damn. It was a Popeye's biscuit of a match. They compared this match to Popeye's biscuit.
Y'all wild on Twitter, man. That's why I love y'all, bro.
It's a nope. It was ass. It was fine, but Cena can't go anymore. Cena ain't risking injury. Can't blame him. It was a good match, bro. You can't trust these emotional ass fans. It was a solid opener. Exactly what you expect. So I can see that. I can see that.
Yeah, I agree with pretty much most of those comments because I would say, honestly, if this wasn't like a WrestleMania crowd, it probably wouldn't have got that much of...
It probably would just been like a regular episode of Raw at 9 p.m., basically.
Yeah, in a sense. I mean, or even like just a B-level pay-per-view where you know how sometimes they decide to get hot and then all of a sudden they just kind of sitting on their hands. Like,
okay.
Out of respect for Cena, yeah, they were basically...
So it was perfectly placed. Like, if this match was in the middle of the card, it would have been...
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like, imagine... So let's say you did the Pat McAfee thing first with Miz and Pat McAfee. If you replaced the position of those two, this would have been the cool-down match.
Ah, and that's not a good... Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah. This would have been the cool-down match because it would have got a reaction because of Cena coming out, but the match itself would have just been like, because I agree, Cena does kind of look like he lost a step a little bit, maybe because he's just, in the Hollywood aspect now, so he's protecting himself. So he didn't like go all in. And shout out to Rick, who also agrees with you, and I'm at this point where I agree too. I'm sorry, y'all. Theory got to get a new finisher like tomorrow, because
all that nigga got to do is stand up.
Bro, no, because let me tell you, he did that one time, and Cena, that was it. I want you to think about Super Cena over the years. How many times did this man kick out of a simple finisher? This man did that finisher one time on John Cena, and it was a 1-2-3.
John Cena wasn't as OP. He was down at like a 79 overall.
Pretty much. Oh, and then he also, like, there was a ref bump. So the ref, which you probably saw, but Oh no, so you probably you said you caught it right when he did the finish.
I'll call it right when he hit the finish, and then I'm like, oh, so
yeah,
he retained. Okay,
there was a ref bump, a classic ref bump, and Theory basically pulled a Shinsuke on AJ Styles and like hit him with that exact type of low blow, and that's initially what kind of set him up for getting that whole A-Town down finisher. So
it's like every time I try to get this dude praise and try to relax on my hate for him, he gives me a reason to hate him.
Yeah, I mean, I can see why he's the future to people. It's just for some reason he's not everybody's cup of tea. So it just depends on who you ask.
Like there are some times where I'd be like, okay, that was good. That was good. Like the promo on Raw where he was in the empty arena.
Yeah,
that was good.
Yeah.
So it's like that's the thing with Theory is like it's either hit or miss. So hopefully, as time goes on after this, he finds something that like makes the crowd legit care about him. Like this is his second reboot ever since leaving the way and coming up to Raw from NXT. So hopefully they do something out of the park and do something insane. But overall, WrestleMania night 1, they killed it. When it mattered, they picked up the slack. They knocked it right out of the park. But like I said, this is not it for you guys. If you haven't already, make sure you follow us on social media. This is basically all our thoughts on WrestleMania night 1, WrestleMania Saturday main event. Killed it. Charlotte versus Rhea, killed it. So the WrestleMania not battle royal, the showcase match, killed it. It was a nice wake-up match. Like it was up and down, but the crowd was into it the entire time. But a couple of more announcements before we get up out of here. There will be another WrestleMania post show tomorrow, April 2nd, or today because it's nearly 2 a.m. Following tonight's show. Gresh Unleashed podcast. If you are watching over on Twitch, it is now over on Ayo is Gresh for the foreseeable future as a way to condense and consolidate all of our content over there, making that one central hub. Tomorrow, I can tell you guys right now for tomorrow's show, I will be having the one and only X3 back joining the Gresh Unleashed podcast. He's gonna be linking up with myself and Swallow the Bandit. And Hi-Lite, the door is always open as well for you to hop on if you want to. But WrestleMania night 2 post show will go down right here on the Gresh Unleashed podcast, wherever you listen to the podcast, whether it's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Twitch, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, we're everywhere. And I appreciate you guys' support. And where can they follow you on social media, my brother?
Man, absolutely. Yo, shout out to the love that you guys have shown. Appreciate y'all for showing love and sticking with us throughout the entire night. If you want to follow your boy, follow me at Hi-Lite Life, HILITE Life on Twitter, on Instagram. Also, follow the Life's a Botch podcast on Instagram and on TikTok at Life's a Botch podcast. Working on getting back on the Twitch game like Gresh. We're gonna see what's up because I did get the PlayStation. I know me and Gresh supposed to be collabing pretty soon on some stuff. So once we kind of test that out, we'll see what's up with getting back on Twitch for y'all. But that's also Hi-Lite Life in case you want to follow me on for the Twitch users out there. Hi-Lite Life, HILITE Life. Also, shout out to OTS Media Co., the platform behind the platform that is the Life's a Botch podcast. If you like music, media, sports, all that good stuff, man, make sure film and TV, follow OTS Media Co., C-O, on all platforms from Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok as well. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. And with that being said, make sure you follow us on social media. It's listed down below. Gresh Unleashed, Josh Gresham RG, Swallow the Bandit 3 on Twitter, or wherever you want to. If you want to scan that QR code, if you're watching in video format, you can scan that QR code. You can follow me you can go to that link, which is solo.to/Gresh. It has all my links and all my direct links that you can follow me. And with that being said, we'll catch you guys later tonight. Make sure you guys stay safe out here in these streets. And remember to always eat, sleep, flex, and repeat. We out. Be breezy.